So, hello guys. I hope you are doing well in this pandemic. And so far we have discussed about HTML5 and CSS3. So today we are going to discuss about Bootstrap thing. The Bootstrap about is a kind of framework based on HTML and CSS and also JavaScript, which makes web development and designing sites easy. Okay, before getting to that, let's discuss. You guys might be thinking why we are doing this web development series. What is the goal of our series? In this series, our goal is that to make you guys able to create a complete portfolio website of your own, which is the final project of our web development series by the end of this month. So yeah, the next video is gonna be on JavaScript. This one is on Bootstrap, and the final project is the portfolio website. So you are just 2 steps away from your final projects. So congratulations for that. And so before watching this video, please make sure that you have watched HTML5 and CSS3 videos of our series. So let's get started. For this video, I'll be using brackets, as you know, we did in previous video. Okay, so you can download it from this site. It's quite simple. You can use both brackets and VS Code. That's depend upon you. Okay. So yeah, Bootstrap. So you have to search Bootstrap on Google and yeah, get Bootstrap. The current version of Bootstrap is Bootstrap 4.5, and Bootstrap 5 is available as well, but it is in beta mode, or you can call it a testing version. Okay, it is not the final one. So for getting started with Bootstrap, I think you guys must be thinking, what is the use of Bootstrap? So don't worry, I'll tell it to you. You might see that there are various use of JavaScript as well in Bootstrap, but you don't have to worry about that because we will be covering that in our next video. So Bootstrap is just a kind of a pre-written format, a pre-written framework which we will need. For example, you must have seen this thing is a Navbar. So for creating it manually using HTML CSS is going to take a lot of time for you, but uh, in Bootstrap you will find the code for that, and you just have to make the required changes and gotcha, there you go. That's the main purpose of Bootstrap, to increase the usability of online available code and decrease the developers time. That's the main purpose. So when you get in the getting started part, you will see a starter template. So just have to copy that in the create a new file using Control plus N and paste. I have just copied that, and let me save it on next on downloads. Let's name it boot.html. Okay, yeah, you see that. So you see our various tags, header and footer, all of them are already written over here. We are given a template. So this is the Bootstrap starter template. You just have to copy it. All the required online Bootstrap files, Bootstrap CSS files and Bootstrap JavaScript files are already added to it. You just have to copy and paste it. Okay. And yeah, this one also it also includes script is used to add JavaScript files. So you don't need to worry about that. We will be covering that in our next video, and you don't need to do anything with JavaScript while using Bootstrap right now. And this is our jQuery file. jQuery is a JavaScript framework, and this is the Bootstrap JS file. Okay. Okay, so let's get started. Let's first load this our page in our browser. Let me. Yeah, here's boots.html. Yeah. So currently it's hello world. Okay, we can manipulate it. We can change it. as we have as you guys must know because you watched our previous videos. For that, let's first create a navbar. Navbar is this thing. Bootstrap is also used for creating both mobile and desktop or PC friendly websites. For example, the website we created so far, like in the previous video and the previous to previous videos, uh, they are easily they are desktop friendly but not mobile friendly. So Bootstrap is also used to create a mobile friendly or mobile optimized website, so they can work well in both desktop and mobile. Okay, so yeah, let's here you will find many things like layout, and layout is grids. I will be covering the grid part later in this video. Firstly, let's get to yeah, there are various components. If you see, we have various alerts. You just have to copy paste this code, this division, and it will give you this the given alert. We are looking for navbar. Yeah, so you see that nav. So just let's create our first navbar. Just have to copy it, paste it. Please make sure you are copying all of that code in the body tag. Okay, we have pasted it. Let's save it. Running it. You see, this is our navbar. It might not be kind of visible. Let me change its color, the BG dark. Okay, so I think it's visible now. Navbar dark. Yeah, now it's visible. So you see that? That's really impressive now. You don't have to write any code for that. It is available, and you can just manipulate that as per your concern. And while manipulating, you must be thinking, how I know that I have to change this to change the color. So the documentation is available. For example, if you want to change the brand name, that is the navbar is written, you have to apply the changes as navbar brand, where the class navbar brand is added. For example, if I find it here, so navbar class here is added here. I name it as DSC. I name it. Okay, and if I run it, the name will change. So you can manipulate it as per the given documentation. Okay, so yeah, you can add a image in the navbar brand if you want to, and also if you want, you can create forms like there's a search box. You can manipulate it using various things. We will be covering that, like you can also change the navbar text, or you while adding something in navbar text, navbar text class. Okay, uh, and you can also change the color by using by changing it after by changing the class name. That is, if it is written BG, you can change, you can add the color by replacing the stuff. For example, that I change the light to dark, so it turn the navbar to dark. You see, dark, and primary is the blue color in bootstrap. So you will find these things, and you once you get started with bootstrap, you will learn various colors and various tricks and various components. Okay, you don't need to worry about that I don't know that or anything else. Okay, and you can also create yeah, before moving further with the components, let's first get to layout, because the layouts are very necessary. So there are mainly two layouts which we gonna use, the container class and the grid system. Let's first take the container class. For container class, you can yeah, this thing you can also even write it. So let's first write it after the end of the nav tag, where it is ending, like here. We create a division, div class. We are adding a class, And which class? Container class. Guys must be thinking why I have not defined these class, but I am writing it here. uh, how they are using, but so if you have watched the previous video carefully, you might know that these classes, they are all defined and manipulated in uh, the styles for these classes and manipulated in this bootstrap file, which is added by uh, the bootstrap, which was added by the starter template. So they are all these files are online available using the CDN. Okay, so yeah, we started the container class. So what container classes do is it is a kind of it provides us a layout, like it provides us a layout with predefined margins and paddings from the corners of the screen. Like if I write something in this, like hi bootstrap, I write here. Okay, so you see this thing. If I write it outside the division, it must have started from here, but it started from here because bootstrap container class has predefined margins. So it has this margin from this corner and from this corner, so it makes it is a kind of a layout. It provides us a predefined layout with the predefined margins. Okay, and let's come to the uh, grid system. So let's see how grid system works. And I want to tell you that grid system and container class works together. So grid system, you might not understand it in first go, but if you read it carefully by your own and apply that, you will surely learn it. Okay, so there are yeah. So the grid system uh, the grid system. Consider this whole space as rows. It divided into rows, like this high bootstrap, it is a different row and the next line is a different row. So it considered it as row. So we first start it by using the div class, that is row. Okay, row, the row class. And yeah, so we have manipulating our first row. And in our first row, there in our row there are around 12 columns. 12, the whole container tag is divided into rows, if we see horizontally, and columns and vertically. So we can manipulate the columns. So you might be thinking, what is the use of these columns? I will show it to you, and it is also helpful while making the mobile optimized website. So let's uh, get some sample text from lorem ipsum. You must be available, you must know about it. How What is lorem ipsum? It is generally used in for example, if I copy this text till here. Yeah, if you like, we copy it, and let's first create. Don't worry, I will tell how it's working. uh, let's call md taking the p tags. Let's take the copied content, copy, paste. Okay, and let's get okay. So you, as I told you, there are 12 columns in a row. So 4 plus 4, 8 plus 4, 12. So we have defined 12 columns in a row. So columns are act as sub containers. They have predefined margins and will differ. Uh, let's see how. Yeah, see. Okay. So you might be thinking how it will help us. So if you squeeze the window, you see these are automatically adjusted as per the as per our window size. So this happens while we use in the website in our mobile devices, and you also see there is some change there. There is a toggle bar here formed. So this is how Bootstrap can be used to convert your PC friendly website into a mobile friendly website. So that is the use of Bootstrap, and that is the use of grids. Without grid, if you do that, wouldn't have been possible. And yeah, and also you can also manipulate the grid system like this. You see call and so if you see this diagram, you will get to know about it a lot. For example, this thing is a row, and each row there and we have divided into columns of three. That is a column, this one is another column, and this one is another column consisting of uh, text. So this is how it works. And yeah, okay. And I can even show you the example how a perfect one, how the grids work. If you see, this is a different column, this is a whole row, and this is a different column, this one is a different column, and this one is a different columns. So if I change the window size, they will arrange themselves, and yes, and all of them are in different uh, have shift each of them have shifted to another line to make it easier for the user to view the content. So this is mobile optimization, how grids are used for mobile friendly websites. So that is the thing I was trying to tell you. I don't know why it is not working here. There must be something uh, I'm missing. Okay, so basically this is the main thing of mobile optimized website. Okay, and let's get back to the components. In the components, we have alert badges. For example, if I copy one of the alert badge, let's copy the code for the first one. Yeah, this class. These classes are predefined in CSS. Okay, so this row, let's create this. Save. You see that this alert, and you can manipulate it like my first hello there. Okay, it's not saved. I think yeah. Yeah, so that's how alert works, and that's you can also create. You see, there are different colors of alert. Like this one can be used for a positive alert. This one can be used for a negative alert. This can be a warning, this can be some informational, so it is also written there. And you just have to change the color. For example, primary stands for the blue one, like a positive one. Danger stands for the red one, like it gives you a negative alert. So that's the thing. Let's go to button works in the same way. The primary works for the blue one button, and danger works for the red button, and the similar way. Let's make our button. So this is the button. This is a button. We can also change the text, like from change there. Button is a HTML tag which is used to create buttons. You might know that if you researched on your own after our HTML video, you must have learned about them. This is how button works. So yeah, okay. And there are cards and carousels. Let's go to cards. The thing I showed you, this is a card. This thing, it is a card. Okay. So it consists of an image at the top and some text and a button at the bottom of it. So let's create a card. We will surely add a image to it as well if I could. uh, After this, let's add a card. The card is created but there is no image. Let me add the path to some image. Okay, let's, you see, this is how you might have seen this thing working on various blogging website. It is very good for blogging websites. This is how things work there. And you can also change the size of the card by changing the width. For example, you can see it here as well. If I change it into 28, it will increase the width of the card and make it look bigger. You see that? That is the work of width class. And there are various class. Card, for cardboard, you can change the title of the card by manipulating this text. You can change the subtext of the card. Subtext, I want to show you. Subtext is this one. Yeah, this is the subtext. And then comes the button, and you can change the text appear on the button as well. And then there are forms. Yeah, you can create a form. The forms are predefined, so it is, you might think that how Bootstrap can help us in creating our quick websites. So that's why I and everyone loves Bootstrap. And there are many alternatives to Bootstrap as well, like Materialize and Semantic UI. So there are many various alternatives to that. Let's, yeah, we you have created your first form. So yeah, you can even change the size by getting this thing within a division and applying one class thing. And yes, you can also add some fields if you want to add some selection menus. And there are various things you will see with form grids. You will see here, so you can contain the form in a row, and call that will surely decrease the size, and it will contain it within a row as well. Okay, so that is how things work. There are various things like you want to address, and then this checkout button, check button. So you can explore that on your own, because I can't tell you everything about it in this in this video, because we try to get this video, we try our best to make this video as short as possible, because long videos are boring, you guys know that. So that's why. And there is Jumbotron. Jumbotrons are really good. uh, Jumbotron, you might have seen big things with written like this on various websites. They also have images at the background of that. And that is how, that is the work of Jumbotrons. Okay, let's see how it looks like. So usually on various websites, Jumbotron come after the Navbar. It looks good, kind of giving the introduction to our website. Okay, see, it looks good, right? That is the work of Jumbotron. And if you want to extend the container tag, I forgot to tell you about it. If you want to extend the container tag, you can also use container fluid. It has less margins. Other less margins than that of the. So you see, the margin is, there is no margin now, so it will expand your content throughout the screen. So I don't uh, think using content fluid is a good option. It can be in various um, situations, but in the current one it is not. Okay, I request you to use container tags. They are better than container fluid. So the next thing then Jumbotron is the Modal. Yeah, Modal. You might have seen the some kind of bigger popovers which come on screen. So that is the work of Modal. Let me show. You will know then what I'm trying to say. Uh, you see that. Let's write it here. See. 1 minute. Modal is here, right? Yeah, Modal is triggered on a click of a button. For example, if you write, yeah, we have to copy this one, this code, not the earlier one. It Modal appears on a click of a button. That and manipulating, and if you must, like for example, if I click it, it will trigger a Modal. This is a Modal. So you might think that how can we add functionality or to a button? For example, if I click it, how the program know how that we I have to trigger this HTML tag case or this Modal thing. So that is the work of JavaScript, which we gonna cover in our next video. Okay, and then there are popovers. I'm not gonna do that, but let's see popovers, what popovers do. uh, Popovers are just like, if you click, you will see this. So this is a popover. For using a popover, you have to add a popper.js file from this. For example, you have to or you can for various web. There are two situation. The one is that for a website that you can manually add the files in your computer and then use them and then link them to your code and run them. The other is that you can get the online CDN for, if I see CDN for popper.js, you see that. If I copy it, uh, if I copied the script tag and if I paste it here, so like, see here. So now I am accessing the file popper.js, which is stored at this URL somewhere on the internet. So you don't need to download the file every time. You just can add the CDN link, which is easily available on internet. If you write to the CDN and then the file name, it will be available, and it is a better thing. But yeah, I suggest you to download. If in case you are handling a big website, I suggest you to download the files, so that in case this, for example, I am using the popper.js from this site, and if in case this site goes down, it will it will create your website to go down as well. Your website will go down with this site as well, because it is using the files which are stored on this website. And if this is website is not working, then your website will not work as well. So that's why I am suggesting you to download the file. If in case, if you are learning, there is no the these kind of CDN website goes down rarely. Okay. uh, but if you are working on a huge project and want efficiency in your project, I request you to download it, because whenever your website uh, turns on, it needs to create various file requests to various other websites, so it will increase the reloading or loading time of a website. But if you have the website if you have the file, the JS or the required the Bootstrap CSS or Bootstrap JS files in your server as well on your computer, so you are not so it will increase the booting time, or it will sorry, it will not increase, it will reduce the loading time of your website. Okay, and then there are spinners. Spinners are used for loading. Okay, there are various colors. Spinner, you might have think whenever our site boots, so in the meanwhile uh, you see various moving icons. So this is the work of spinners. You can add it from here by reading the documentation. There are various things how you can manipulate it, and other stuff. uh, yeah, then there are tooltips. Tooltips are equivalent to popover, but popovers trigger on the click of a button, and tooltips are triggered whenever you hover over that button. Okay, so yeah, I think we have come to the end of this video. So before ending, I want to tell you, please go check out the Bootstrap website, explore it. You might not understand the grid system, you might feel like it is very difficult, but initially it will look difficult, but after the after some time, if you start using it, it will not feel difficult, because it is very easy. And it is very easy, and it is one of the most important things if you want to create a website which is PC as well as mobile friendly. uh, yeah, okay, and they are very yeah, also you must have seen that in my code I have used call.md. So there are various call.sm, call.lgn. So these are the sizes. For example, if I reduce the size of this screen, so the you see the point when this text let me get, yeah, reduce the size of the screen. You see, how does the code know that the columns thing has to shift in the next line? So this is the work of grids. So these small MD, they depend upon the screen size, and tell your code about uh, when your code have to get into the next line to make it optimized as per the user screen. You see, you might not understand me care equally, or I'm not able to convey what I'm trying to. But if you go through this documentation and read about it, you will surely know it. It will take time. You will think that it is very difficult, but it is not. It is a really good thing. And please, I request you to go and explore this website. I will also give the link of the Bootstrap website in the video's description. And if you guys have any query or anything else, or if you want us to create some topic exclusive videos, like a video explaining the grid system only and anything else, you can tell us in the comment section. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel, like the video, share it everywhere, share it on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and where Reddit, and everywhere you are. So thank you guys, thank you for your time, and thank you.